evening, everyone. Welcome to season 11. Week 2 of the Find Me Alpha Overwatch League. I am one of your casters, Kartos. I'm joined here by Blue17.
Hello,
And,
hello.
and running your camps tonight will be Stek Monster. So how's it going, guys?
I'm pretty tired, but ready to cast.
Wonderful. Should be a good matchup tonight. We have Team 1, which is Knights of the Retable. And then we have Team 2, which is
Didn't they
Wham.
change the REEEPublic?
REEEPublic. Oh, you're right. REEEPublic. I'm so sorry. That was last season. I'm totally in
Yes.
last season. Thank you for catching me. So we got Knights of the REEEPublic against Wham. It looks like Wear a Mask. So we're going to be starting with Oasis. And as soon as we get some R's from captains, we will begin this first map on Oasis.
That's weird. They didn't change it in the schedule.
Alright, we got some R's from captains, so we will be going into this first map on Oasis.
Initiating match.
Alright, let's see what these teams start to roll out here. We have Hefty and Ginger Beard on the tank line for the Republic, and then we have Frontlash Juice on DPS, Rollway Zarathustra on support. Going a bit of a mix of comps here. We got a part of the Farmer season we see from Frontlash and Zarathustra. Of course, we have the Nano Blade, probably going to be the win condition for them. On the other side, we have Ryan Zarya, and then we have some pretty standard different DPS going on here. Junior Fiota, a pretty good hit scan player, real GLP, and then Kyle Musk and Shushifuf on the DPS on the support line. So a bit of just a poking back here, back and forth. Both Reinhardts have taken the point. Gingerbeard backing up a little bit, giving Mr. Trifecta a lot of space here. Junior Fiota takes it Zarathustra, so that the res is a non-factor in this fight. Juice takes out the Reinhardt. Mr. Trifecta, JLP takes out Juice, but Hefty does take out JLP. And it looks like the Knights of the Republic have more point presence here. Shushifuf is just trying to stay alive as long as he can with all that sustain. Him and Kyle Musk, but a big purple comes and gets both supports. But Mr. Trifecta's come back. And the Reinhardt Gingerbeard is charging and catches Mr. Trifecta. And Hefty already with an ult. Pushing all of those people off the point there. And yep, first point will go to Knights of the Republic.
Usually, I would not agree with the hog pick, but this time he was able to hook both the supports and pretty much staggering the healing during that team fight. So that's how they won the tank fight. So good on them to actually use the hog like most efficiently.
Yeah, Hefty's setting up here trying to get some cheeky pulls here. So if Wham is smart, they'll go to the left side here so they don't get picked off, which looks like that's what they're doing.
I feel like Frontlash should not have been spamming that side. They should have been spamming the other side, trying to bait the other side.
The Nano Blade, that feels very bad, but a big shatter catches at least 3. He charged in, and he's kind of all by himself. Frontlash comes in with the barrage, doesn't really get anything, takes out by a Reaper, which is usually not the case. But it looks like all those ults on the side of the Knights of the Republic, and nothing shown for it, as Wham does take the point with 5 ults. You know, the only ult they used there was the Coalescence.
Is Shushifuf subbing in or something? Wait,
I believe he's subbing in for Mad Swamp Daddy, if I'm correct. And they're both I think they're both diamond level support players. Oh, okay. So the Blossom coming out from Real JLP takes out a couple and takes out a third with just his normal shotguns. Hefty does take out the Reinhardt, but Own Junior Fiona using the high noon. Okay. Not wasn't sure that maybe just committed one too many ults there maybe.
I mean, I think they still have their tank ults, which are one of the more important ones.
Absolutely.
Shushu did use his ulti, but the Moira will have her ulti very soon.
And I've been corrected. It looks like Shuchifu is subbing in for Gurg 7.
Ah, okay, wait.
So Mr. Affected gets one with the shatter, takes out Juice, and Hefty's on point by himself. He's 3-on-1, but he's gonna start pushing everyone away with that ult, but gets taken out really easily, just by 4 of the people shooting at him at the same time. Frontlash gets a couple. Nerf Yoda takes him out, and Nerf Yoda gets caught by a charging Gingerbeard, which is not fun. But it looks like Wham still has the point, so they're just getting ult charged as much as they can. And Knights of the REEEPublic will finally turn it over, 84 to 54, so fairly close in terms of a percentage gained.
I don't. Did the Genji nerfs come in yet, or are they still in test servers?
Not sure. I think they're still in test servers, but I haven't played Overwatch today, except for casting this. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Hefty takes out a couple just on the flank there, and looks like he's going for a third. He's just putting a lot of pressure on those around that Reinhardt shield. And
Knights of the Retail has to start moving in.
yeah, they got to start pushing out so they can't contest 5% until this round is over. So
Ooh, that is a huge Earth Shatter.
the Nano Blade does, yeah.
Yeah, it's just cleaning it up.
Yep.
It was a very didn't really set up to touch, so that's how Gingerbeard was just able to Earth Shatter the entire the REEEPublic's backline.
Absolutely.
0.
And instead of turning around to like deal with that, he kind of just went in, which to touch point is correct, but as a team, as like a team play and work, that was a really bad idea. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't switch to like a fast hero to touch the Reaper or the. Yeah, I think the Reaper could have just switched to like Tracer in order to deal with that.
Right. So just look at any lineup changes. Oh, Real GP might be switching over to Ashe, so you get a couple of hit scans just to, I guess, maybe help deal with Frontlash. I didn't feel like he was being overly effective to warrant the 2 hit scan picks, but maybe they're seeing something that I'm not.
Ashe is just also generally a good character with how fast they could generate their ulti.
Yeah, Bob
Plus
is
Bob is just aimbot.
yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
So
Oh wow.
they kind of left Gingerbeard, his team, out to dry. They left Gingerbeard out to dry. Mr. Effective pinned Zarathustra, that came out of nowhere. And they're pushing Hefty right now, but Mr. Effectus stopped that and went back to point.
The only healing that they have right now is the Brig, so they do have to be a little bit careful of the fire poke. But I think they're pretty much focusing on the ground fight instead of dealing with the fire first. So that's one way you can defeat a fire comp.
I just gotta ignore and kill the rest of our team first.
Especially since they have Hog, which doesn't really add much value on this map.
And Mr. Effective pushing out there. You got antied, but he backed out smartly. He's still swinging on Gingerbeard. They're having a little fight. Oh, that's a shadow just got canceled from Mr. Effecta, which feels bad. Frontlash taking out a couple. Nerfio does take him out, but he's gonna get the res right away from Zarathustra. So it looks like Knights of the REEEPublic will take this point back. About 50% energy, 48-7 looks like.
Not a terrible hold, but Wham does have a lot of fight winning. Well, they have their Nano Blade, but as long as Shushi rallies beforehand, there we go. It does make the Nano Blade a little bit less effective. Master Trifecta is just going in. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
he went in without his Zarya, who has slept.
Yeah, that just leaves their backline to dry. Ooh, they did miss up the Nano Blade, but they still have a
Nano Reinhardt.
which is still scary.
Yeah. And Shishu takes out Gingerbeard and see if Wham can retake this. Front Lash does take out Mr. Trifecta. Losing Reinhardt is never a fun thing to do, but he gets taken out by real JLP with the Ashe. So looks like that pick is working out for him, at least a little bit more pressure on the Pharah, and just how generally good Ashe is.
Now we see the problem that the Pharah is running. So this one is a pretty good Pharah map. It's just she's not really getting that much value. So this is the problem that they're running. Like the Pharah isn't getting much value outside of her ulti, and the Hog really isn't doing anything. So I think they should just. The Pharah can work. They just need to switch the Hog. They're using the frontline battle.
And Mr. Trifecta takes out Juice through a Shatter and a Charge, but Hefty is going to use his ultimate on him, going to take him out. But Wham still does have the point. Rogue JLP takes out Front Lash. Another death from Front Lash at the hands of JLP. Rogue Waves takes out Nerf Yoda. And then Hefty is trying to chase the, the Ashe around in a little ring around the rosy there. Bob is trying to put some pressure on the... Bob gets shattered by Gingerbeard. They still have the point, and Hefty has not died. So they, as long as Hefty's alive at the with his with the Roadhog, that fight's gonna last forever. It feels like.
So they used Bob, and then they used Grav with it, which really isn't a good combo, especially since it was so close to the Grav instead of like all the way back.
Right.
And then their team could like do the poke, but yeah. Oh, they're rallying. Is better. Now here comes the. They weren't able to take him out. It's a very ballsy high noon
Yeah.
in front of a Reinhardt.
Yeah. Front Lash takes out a couple. There's the High Noon. Rogue Waves takes out Nerf Yoda. Hefty takes out Trifecta, and we're in last fight territory here with Knights of the Retable holding the 1-0 lead on the rounds. So Wham needs to figure out something here. They do have a Shatter coming online, which one Shatter can win a fight for you, but there are a lot more ults on the side of Knights of the Republic.
I don't even think that they can reach. Well, Reaper, if he doesn't die, he can. Maybe? Okay, he does reach. Diva does touch. But they already lost 2 people.
And shattered
Earth
shattered the middle column.
Nobody.
So it looks like.
And yeah, Wham just cleaning everybody up.
So it looks like that will be Knights of the REEEPublic will be the first take the first match or map of the night. It's probably that Nano Blade at the end of the first point.
Wait, this is a repo? Wait a minute. I think I'm just getting confused. I think I switched the teams.
It's all good. So Front Lash getting almost 40% of the hero damage, and Hefty 54% kill participation. So
The classic pharmacy.
Yep.
So annoying to deal with.
Pharmacy, yeah, is still very strong.
Yep. Also because like even if your McCree is good enough to like 2-tap, they still have a res, which is really annoying, and then you still have to pour your resources even though you've already dealt with them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if there's any changes that come out on the side of either team here. Okay. Alright, so we're bringing in Kyle Musk is switching over to tank, and then I believe Taco Formerly
yeah.
happy by 3.
Yeah.
Is coming in to do some support. Play with Takeo slash formerly known as Happy. Great dude. Getting a lot better at playing the supports. Works really hard. Looks like we got Hanamura is the map choice. And we got, looks like Maia is coming in for Zarathustra.
Okay, so it's okay. Sorry. Yeah.
There you go.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, like the food. Got it. So it's taco.
So it's taco. Yeah.
That makes it way easier for me.
Yeah.
I would probably say taco or taco, even if it was taco, about
Yeah.
30 times. All right.
I would honestly go with Takeo because there's a character in Destiny 2. It's one of the strikes, and it's Takeo 3. And when you when you grind the nightfalls, you have to do that thing over and over and over and over again, and it gets really annoying. Because the voice lines are all similar. Since it was control, they don't really swap who's attacking and defending, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So it's Ree blue and Wham red?
Yes.
Gotcha.
For a reason, it won't let me change the team names.
Really?
Yeah. It's...
Because I think I'm not sure if it was last game, but a few games ago, there the team names did change, and it was very helpful. Hello? Who dis?
I'm just popping in to listen to you guys. Keep going.
Okay.
And as soon as we get an R from whoever the captain is on side of Wham.
I actually don't know. I think Fushi isn't. Oh.
We have R's from both teams, so we will begin Hanamura, second map of the night.
Hanamura. I feel like a lot of teams play this map.
Initiate
You know, aside from it being 2CP, I do love this map. Just the aesthetics and, you know, Japan. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
So let's see what kind of changes in strategy that we make, or that the teams make coming into the second map here. Wham could use a little more, I think, of just general, maybe just communication.
Dear God, I hope Juice doesn't actually play that trash. Sorry, that Omnic.
Oh man, he pulled
Oh
out the Bastion.
God. Wait, no, he's still in spawn. They're going with the Winston Reinhardt. Okay, Juice is not okay. Thank God.
Short to the
Thank
Genji.
God. Imagine.
So we got a little cleave clomp action from the Gingerbeard and Hefty, or as me and Foxum call it, the big guns. And then not sure what Wham's doing here.
Wham is doing double
Double
shield.
shield. Okay. And JLP's pushing a Sombra, which could, you know, provide a lot of value for him. They do the Lucio, can move him around a bunch with those two very kind of not mobile heroes, tank heroes.
That does make sense, but I think the Ashe would have been better. They really are just trying to use their shields instead of fight the Pharah, but
Yeah,
they're not really doing well with that. And the Sombra pick here, I would honestly rather take Ashe for the poke, and just, you know, to deal with the Pharah.
Right, and you know, having Bob is always a big advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they need to do with double shield is double shield needs to push a little bit further in, especially since they're attacking and it's not a payload. and then they need to have the Sigma shield like up so that they can protect from the fire damage.
Right. And he's just poking for free. He's almost got an ult here. He takes out Taco again first, and so Juice takes out JLP.
Fire was hacked, but that is a very poor choice to hack.
She can still shoot her gun.
Yeah, she can shoot her gun, and she can still fly. Wait, she can still fly, right? Unless they changed that.
I think she can still float, but can't boost her.
Yeah. So she can, yeah. So it's not really. It's never a good target to. Unless they were trying to look for ulti, but they should know that she already has it.
So now they switch to their own farm, or now Ashe. So they are going back to the Ashe. But a couple minutes have already gone by. There's only 2 minutes 15 seconds remaining. They haven't even gotten close to the point yet. So Wham's got to do something about pushing up here. They do have a window which can be aggressive, which they're using now, and they're just gonna put some pressure on.
They tried the
Ginger here.
Hulk hook combo, but he accretion. Hulk accretion combo, but
Big old whiff. But now they use they use the kitchen sink. It's almost on the side of Knights of the Republic. They use Slam. They use Nano. It looks like they use Barrage. They use Angry Monkey. So they used 4 ults when I think they could have gotten away with 2. But
yeah. The thing is, I wholeheartedly disagree using that many ults. If this was like, if they had a different comp, I think this would have been super punished, but they're not really doing much.
Yeah, the blade comes out from Juice, and the Brain Blast comes out from Kyle Musk, and so they swapped 2 picks here, or 2 picks here each. Hefty takes on his trifecta, so Knights of the Republic is up by 1, and Kyle Musk is gonna try to get out, or he's gonna stay around. Oh, Frontlash goes down. They don't have the res right now. They
have 3 up, so they do need to push in. They don't have healers, so every damage is okay. No, actually no. Oh, Ana is still there.
And Nerf Yoda uses his ult to just get rid of Hefty, which is sometimes the best course of action when playing against this team. Kyle Musk takes out Rogue Waves. Gingerbread takes out Taco. The res does not come out from Maya.
The res was denied, which is really big.
Yeah, that was big.
I think that was for Hefty?
No, I think it was going to be for Hefty, which would have caused problems because he was almost at his ult.
That would have been a very long stall. Probably over time. Yeah.
They do take first points. They have 3 minutes and some change.
So I guess they were, I think, Republic? Yeah, Republic were punished for using too many ults that fight.
Yeah.
The fight before.
Yeah, they are back up to 3. The 3 of the ults they use, the Barrage, Hammer, and Angry Monkey. They do have Bongo's Supercharger on the side of Wham, but Gingerbeard is going to shatter. Didn't look like he got too many people.
I think he shattered into the
Marissa shield.
Orisa ulti, I'm pretty sure.
And Kyle Musk just absorbed all of that barrage, and that was insane.
That was a really nice play by him.
Juice takes out Real JLP, and that Junkrat can be very helpful on the second point with all that. Kyle Musk takes out Rogue Waves. That's a lot of healing eliminated. Kyle Musk falls to Juice. They did get a tick and a half here, so they got 50% of the points, so not bad for a single push.
Did it use 2 ults, I think?
Yeah,
Did they use sound barrier?
Yeah, they used sound barrier and the at the very, very beginning of that push, and then
the graviton flux.
Yeah.
They used 2 ults for what? 3? Yeah, 3 ults.
Yeah.
Which is not the worst, especially since they got a tick and a half.
And they're gonna have the death boss in very soon, as well as the tire. The tire gets a pick early, which is probably what they'll do. And Frontlash takes out Nerf Yoda. Frontlash is flanking in the back. They don't really have anything to counter it. They just got to get in there and not take all that free poke.
I do understand why they positioned that. Ooh, they got Juice.
Yep,
I understand the positioning of that window. It's just it wasn't really that. It didn't really get that much value because Reaper's coming back.
So, and
That's
they're not gonna make any more progress on this. Excellent. Rogue Waves did use the nano, but they use nano, and I think maybe they did use the Mercy ult as well.
Not sure if they used.
60
Wait, did they?
seconds remaining.
They didn't use Monkey, right? Because he did get nanoed, so I thought he did get it. He
Oh.
could have gone two in one fight, but
Yeah, he might have. I don't
I think he
I don't-
did
I don't remember.
actually.
Yeah, I think he just held on to it. So we're about we got 3 ults on the side of each team coming up very quickly. A big
That's a
anti-nade.
huge anti. That is
Yeah,
a
that-
huge Earth Shatter. That's
Yeah,
just a one fight for them.
Yeah, die and get out, die and get out. Oh,
That-
the blue comes out. Oh no,
that
Taco.
was-
I know what he wanted to do. He wanted to save. And OG Nerf Yoda is, I guess, maybe just gonna switch at this point. He does take out Hefty, which.
Oh, I think he was trapped.
Oh yeah, Hefty was trapped. JLP got him. So not sure if they just overused there. Especially OG Nerf Yoda, unless he's gonna swap. But I don't think he is. I think he's gonna stick with it. Which I like the pick, but they do need to get a touch here.
I don't
he's
think
gonna-
they. Yeah, they don't. Oh wait, no, Reaper.
Yeah, the Gravitic comes.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
had a better ult economy at the end.
Yep.
So
I
they
think-
just lose.
Yeah, I think if they didn't use the sound barrier, that would or the
If they didn't use the
Blossom.
Death Blossom and the Sound Bear, I think they would have had a much better fight. It's just, I think, I'm not sure what they were thinking that fight because they already lost 3 before the Sound Barrier hit,
Right.
and actually even the
Switching
Death Blossom
sides.
hit. So
Yeah, I think they had about 30 seconds left. I think panic set in,
Mhm.
and so they.
mean,
Initiating
which is weird because if they just died sooner, right, without using the Sound Barrier, because that kind of delays their respawn timer,
Mhm.
they would have been able to group up with more time and then touch with their ultis too. So just a very poor decision making on their part. I think they didn't really plan which ultis to use and the communication wasn't there. So when
ready for battle.
3 people already died, they didn't really say just die. They just kind of panicked instead.
Yeah.
So I think there's more of a communication issue.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
All right. So it looks like we got Juice pulling out the Widowmaker here for this first point on the attack, and then she's switching over to the Ana, which is a ton of healing. And Taco is going to the Brig, a lot of sustain, and then Diva Rhine,
Probably to
Kyle.
deal with the Pharah, which
Mhm.
makes sense. What?
Yeah, they do own Junior Fiota on, so they have like three people that can deal with the Pharah. Frontlash was getting quite a few barrages, and it's getting early picks when they're trying to go to the top right.
Oh wait, no, they're on defense. Okay, that makes sense.
So Juice is looking for an early pick behind that Reinhardt shield. He's crouching back there. He's being sneaky.
Have to
Kyle
just put. Yeah.
Kyle Musk is chase after Hefty. He has no resources. Gingerbeard does fall early to known Junior Fiota, so trying to push without your Reinhardt is a little challenging here. But Hefty's gonna cleave and just build up his ult as much as he can here.
So if Hefty is going to be playing like a backline assassin tank, pretty much the diva will chase after him. So this game is really dependent on who lands their nano.
Right. Mr. Trifecta is very low, and he made the smart decision to get out there. But he
But Mr.
peeks too early.
Yeah, he also got his shatter blocked.
Oh,
so that's
stun.
2. Wait, he got stunned?
or is he stunned, or did he just get it blocked? I didn't hear the voice. Ooh,
Wow,
Nerf Fiota takes
like-
out Juice.
Yeah, he's really putting in the work for his team. I think he got the first pick on Gingerbeard's last fight too, so he's
Yeah.
been doing a really good job.
Own Junior Fury he's got really good aim, and Hefty's going up there and got low health, but he backed out. He's just trying to farm that ult, I think, just to provide some space for his team. It looks like Gingerbeard trying to push up a little bit. Frontlash takes out Shushifu early. So
That's pretty big.
Own
That's
Junior
a
Fury got Juice.
main healer for
DPS.
the DPS, yeah.
Dueling rallies here. OM Junior Fury takes out Gingerbeard. OM Junior Fury is popping off. Frontlash does take him out though. Hefty takes out Mr. Trifecta, who is ulting the Brig on the point. So Taco needs some help here to stay alive. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Kyle Musk is way over there, dealing with the Genji, and he is out of mech and will die very soon. It's like this first point will go to two Knights of the Retable. Oh, the Reaper did come in to stall a little bit. Every second counts whenever you haven't taken the second point.
That was a good hold by Wham. It was just very unfortunate that they the trade that they had was a main healer for DPS.
Right, especially as fast as Juice can come back being a Genji.
And with close spawns too.
Absolutely. So they're going top right, the way that Wham went. They're pushing in. Hefty's pushing in to Mr. Trifecta here, trying to get some ult charge and create some space for his team. Mr. Trifecta's backing out, giving that space. So the Hefty jumps in. Gingerbeard does shatter.
It has a huge shatter.
Yeah,
Didn't really
shatters
get. Oh, he charged the wall, which was kind of lucky. Genji coming from behind. Ooh,
And he
had the shattered blocked by the
bubble, looks like.
yeah, but I guess it evens out since Earth Shatter was also useless. Earth Shatter was useless, and so was Blade.
Right.
They did get the res out, but it's kind of just 200 HP of.
The Juice is just killing
Juice
everyone.
is just killing everybody. What the heck?
Yeah, so both DPS for both DPS for
I think they just
Retable.
win off this. Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
that
win
was
off this.
insane.
Wow.
The DPS put in a lot of work there at the very end for Knights of the Retable. They take a 2-0
Juice just deleted 2 people.
Yeah.
And then
and then Frontline just ulted this spot.
how did that happen?
Yeah, I thought it was a fight won by Wham.
Yeah, because it should have been, because all they had to do was kill the Genji. It was 1v. It's like I think it was like 2v4.
Yeah, they clutched.
Wow.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Frontlash getting a large amount of kill participation again. Frontlash 30% hero damage, and my who I'm not familiar with in the league, 53% kill participation. Obviously helping the Pharah there, but
Are they new, or is it another name change?
I know there's been a lot of name changes this season.
Yeah, yeah, because
I'm not-
there's the Emerald. They switched their names, which got confusing. And then I was actually planning to switch. I was planning to change accounts so I could have my name be 11Bs, but sadly I do not have a name change.
Alright, so we got 2-0 on the side of Knights of the Retable here.
Public.
Yeah, I've messed it up probably about 18 times.
It's fun.
Knights of the Republic.
Isn't it? Wait, I think it's the old Republic. I don't know.
Yeah.
The weird thing is on the schedule it still says Retable, so I do understand.
Alright, so we got some swaps here. Maximilian's coming in on tank. Kyle Musk is replacing Taco on the support line. For Wham. And Wham gets map choice, which they promptly pick Hollywood. So we're just gonna... Hollywood's a fun map. We don't play it super often. Last couple weeks, including going into the last season, it was picked very quite a lot near the very end. But I think it's a fun map. I really like Streets Phase, the second point. There's lots of high ground for monkey players to jump on.
Honestly, as long as banging my drums keeps getting a 4K on this map, that's all I need.
Dude, I think it's every time on Hollywood, Bang My Drones gets a 4K.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
how it works.
First week he literally clutched out the entire map. Holy god! And then second week he just got a 4K, and we're just like repeat. So Hollywood is definitely my favorite in the map pool for now. Oasis is, I really also like Oasis.
So Rogue Waves to DPS for Frontlash.
Frontlash is supporting.
I believe Jax is coming in for him. I'm gonna make sure that looks right.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, I thought Frontlash was a far one trick.
Yeah. All right. So Hefty's are through tank. Rogue Waves, Juice, DPS, Jax, Droll, Maya on support.
Is Jax Drill new to the league, or has he just? Was he
he's
just not?
he's been around forever.
Ah, okay. He just wasn't there last season, correct? He was? Wait a minute, really? Which team was he on? Oh, right. Did they swap?
I believe so.
Okay.
Is that true, Stick? Okay. Oh, we do not swap. Okay. Which one?
We don't?
Wait. Okay.
I thought they did, but okay.
Swap. To confirm with someone for it. All right. So I'm gonna do this, and I hope I don't mess the whole thing up. Swap all. Okay. Sweet. That worked.
There we go. Nice.
All right. Just wanted to make sure I didn't swap all, and it would like make me be in the team 2 or something, you know. All right. So once we get some R's from the captains, we will begin with map 3 on Hollywood, and Wham needs a win to keep this going. They don't want to get 3-0'd. You know, for anything more, you need to win the 3rd map for moral support more than anything. If you don't win the whole thing, but
Yeah, keeping the game longer is every team's dreams.
oh, I need to swap the spectator colors. I normally don't run the lobby, so I'm doing this for the first time, which is kind of fun. All right, so looks like we are R from both captains. We're just getting
Nice.
started on Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood. Initiating match.
Wait, is Zarathu? Wait, who is tanking again? It's Hefty and
Zarathustra are tanking.
okay, those two are tanking. Okay.
Shout out to Zarathustra. He is he's gonna be a dad soon, so that's kind of cool.
Oh
So-
yeah!
So congratulations to
Congratulations.
to Papa Thustra, as we've named him.
I remember seeing all the Overwatch puns. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie, but very happy for him.
Yeah, he's an
So-
awesome guy, and he deserves it.
Mhm.
Alright, so it looks like they're gonna run some Ryan Zarya action. Can't tell. Juice did this last time, so he's probably not gonna run the Bastion, but you never know. And then
Is he in
Jack.
spawn?
Oh no, he's.
Oh,
yeah, he's in spawn.
no.
He's in spawn. He's in
Oh
spawn.
wait, he is? Oh wait, no, he's the right side. It's right side.
Yeah. So Rogue Waves, they might be doing the symmetric. They might be. Oh, they're doing this. They are in. They're
Oh
in.
god.
So Knights of the Republic is going in with some teleportation.
I wonder how they're gonna path with the teleport.
Real JLP is blocking off that high ground, so it looks like. But Juice, they're just teleporting to the. Oh, Shushifu. Oh, takes out Juice early. Oh, that
The
feels bad.
Zenyatta.
Oh, and
Vaughn.
Jax is behind them. That feels very bad. So it looks like this is going to be easy win for, or at least easy fight win for Wham.
Oh, did they try to? Oh, okay. So they tried to TP, but
But
it
but,
got destroyed. Oh my gosh.
or Shushi took out Juice before he get in the teleporter, and so that just they couldn't even teleport.
Hefty with his high old charge, just chilling.
Yeah. Real JP is being a little sneaky over there on the flank, so probably when they push in, just try to get as much damage as possible onto the tanks.
Okay. I think okay. The my OMG Nerf Yoda has found Hefty.
Little hook rock combo and connected, but it was blocked by the shields there. Zarathustra goes down and Mr. Trifecta takes out Hefty. Kyle Must takes out Maea, so
They do need to take care of that Junkrat on high ground, but once again, there's a straggler on the Mega trying to survive.
and Jastral's just hanging out over there.
He could just go. There's nothing really stopping him.
I know. You know, Kyle Must I hit a couple shots on him, but he can heal himself up.
Oh, he got found out. Ooh, that's
Oh,
really
he-
dangerous. No, he's good.
He
didn't get
got
killed.
Alright, so Zarathustra and Hefty, they're holding here. Doesn't get rocked. The halt combo not in sync, but real P. JLP takes out Trifecta, but Jackstraw takes out JLP. So 5v5 with DPS down each. The Gravitic Flux comes out from Mr. Trifecta. He takes out
Does
Maea.
get Maya.
And Mr. Trifecta accretions Rogue Waves, and so pretty good hold so far from Wham.
Is that Mayella or Maya? Maya.
I'm just
Mayella. Okay.
Yeah.
Hefty is once again just chilling. Just
Yep.
wow. Shushi just doesn't see.
Yo, Kyle Must is
Oh.
actually
Just left him.
yeah, he's still up there. Yo, they don't. Do they know? I don't think they know.
They do not know. Okay,
Oh,
now.
okay,
Okay,
Nerfiota
the,
knows. Yeah.
the McCree once again spots up his Zarya.
And JLP is pushing him. Rogue. And the trans comes. Lots of ults are happening. JLP takes out 3 with the Death Blossom, and so
Really big.
yeah. But now there are 0 ults on the side of Wham for this next fight, and they will have probably 4 on the side of Knights of the Republic. So a good coordinated effort can win them this point, especially because Grav is coming up and Tyre. Maybe we'll see another 4-man Tyre. It's not banging my drums, but we'll take it. We take those.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I'm
So-
just a big in my drums tire connoisseur. What can I say?
30 seconds remaining.
I guess.
This Trifecta is a little out there. Maximilian got slept, so but Maea falls to Kyle Musk. The Tyre's coming
They
out.
do need to take out. Oh, they did take it out.
Oh,
That is.
and Rogue Waves. That's a 4-man.
That is.
It's and Jackstraw is popping. Oh, OMG Nerfyota's popping off.
my God.
Oh my. Yo, Shushi and OMG Nerfyota just
How?
they just won this for them. Oh my, big shots from both of them. I was wondering why Jackstraw was popping his ult, and I saw why, because OMG Nerfyota and Shushi Foof were just
Score
dinking and dunking on the rest of their team.
0. Switching
Wow,
sides.
that was this last game or last map and this map. The DPS have popped off at the last second when it seems the other team is gonna win.
Yeah, that is just. Yeah, it was different teams too. So
Yeah,
that's
that was-
really
that was-
surprising.
that was
I mean,
insane.
OMG Nerf Yoda has been doing like pretty much hard carrying his team. So
Yeah, OMG Nerfyota has been hitting a bunch of headshots. And
Fat
Shushu
doinks.
Shushu has been hitting a lot of shots too on the Zenyatta. That Discord orb has been helping a lot, probably helping OMG Nerfyota.
Ready for battle.
yeah, that is true.
All right, so let's see what changes that Knights of the Republic make. I mean, they're running with the Roadhog now, which worked out very well for them on both, or at least the first map on Oasis. So they're going back to it with Zarathustra on tank on the Reinhardt. Juice going back to Genji, Rogue Waves on the Junkrat. Shout out to Rogue Waves for getting the 4-man Tyre, but they couldn't capture it, which is insane. So Mr.
Yeah,
Trifecta.
they didn't even get a
Maximilian-
tick too. So that's.
Yeah. So they just need a tick to win here for Wham, and they need it. They need this. They need to get a tick here.
5, 4,
I believe
3,
if they get a tick, they can still keep going. But if they tie, they will lose this match.
defend objective A.
Will they be playing it out, or would that be the end?
So if you get to game 5 and it's 2-2-1, 2 wins, 2 losses, and a tie, it's just a tie in the standings. Shushu takes out Hefty early. That's big.
That is huge. Yeah,
And there's no res this time. JLP takes out Zarathustra.
but JLP takes out. Yeah, okay, wait. Well, yeah, Rogue Waves takes out Shush. Okay, I think this is just a clean win.
Yeah, Juice is going to stall for as long as he can, but he does not have Blade yet, so he probably will not be able to 5v1 this.
Yeah, he
And-
just got pushed off point. Yeah,
Yeah.
so, I mean, while you did say the Roadhog did well in the other two, it's just on it's especially on defense, he's not really good, and he doesn't have any synergy with his off tank.
Right.
So somebody like Diva, I guess, or Zarya.
Or just running around Zarya.
Yeah, they should have just ran that. This was a really good
Good patience by Rogue
yeah,
Wave.
good patience.
Good patience.
Yeah,
So, oh, 68, 1% short of perfect kill participation.
unlucky.
Unlucky. Not nice. Yeah, exactly. So, Wham does stay alive. Wear and Mask does stay alive here. They take Hollywood pretty convincingly. Like, there was not really a fight that Knights of the Retable won. They almost did with the 4-man tire, but then, Shushi and,
yeah,
and Nerf Yoda just clutched it out for him.
yeah.
So the pick will go to
As
Knights of
Biggie Twigs, sorry, as Biggie Twigs has said numerous times during my games, big cocks. Big
Yeah,
cocks coming in from Nerf Yoda and Shushi.
exactly. So let's see here. We're swapping. We swap teams as I've been instructed here.
Yep.
All right, and then
It's
it is
payload?
yes, it is in a escort map.
Escort. Dorado, I think, is like the league favorite right now in the pool. Which one's the other one this week? Let's see.
All right, so we got McStupidhead is coming in for Maximilian on the side of Wham on tank. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Front Lash back in because they took Front Lash out and they did not win. So Gingerbeard's coming in for Zarathustra. And Front Lash is coming in for Rogue Waves. So going back to the original lineup, or not the original, but the second map lineup, I believe. Okay. And then okay, trying to. We'll do that. Then we'll do. All right, I think that looks good. Oh, the Taco needs to spec red. Okay. And then I'll change the map type to Havana Unana.
It's Havana? Ooh. Honestly, still salty about my first match, but Havana is aesthetically pleasing. I think they did a terrible job with third point, but other than that, it's not a bad map.
Yeah.
Yes, just give Widowmaker the longest ass silence in the entire map,
Oh, I
entire
know.
game. Like, okay, good, okay, dude. Like up against a really good Widow on that map, or like double sniper. Well,
Mhm.
actually, no, just kind of Widow. It's
Yeah, the
so
first-
oppressive.
Yeah, the first sideline is very long.
Yeah. She like first point, she's pretty good, and then second point she just kind of falls off, but like third point is just like her playground. It's really annoying.
Traveling to Havana. An exciting match.
Excited to see what like strategies they come up with payload, since escort maps tend to be a little bit different with how you can play comps and matchups.
Ready for battle.
Let's see.
Mhm. This is a map that you can close hold just like a Route 66 and knock off some time, and it can be beneficial if you knock off a minute or more.
Incoming.
Yeah, because I remember last time when I played this map, I think I got Grav in a fight. Oh, they are close holding. That is not a very smart. Yeah, you shouldn't just announce yourself to the enemy team, but
Yeah, it's, they know they're close holding, so they're just gonna.
the one thing is they do have a poke comp, so it does make sense holding really close because they need to walk into them as
Right.
much as possible. Oh, they're setting up for the bastion. That makes sense.
And front last already got 30% with his ult charge there. So, and Hefty's about to fall, which he does. Rogue Waves is trying to put as much healing, but they're. Oh, and front lash, or Zarathustra does get the res. Front lash does get taken out, so no res. Here, Kyle Mess does take out front
Yeah.
lash.
Once again, Mr. Trifecta really isn't using his shield properly. He's shielding like on the ground instead of okay. There's Shushi's ulti.
He already has,
Fast.
yeah, already has a
Yeah.
window. And looks
Makes
like
sense.
they're gonna.
Front Lash almost has his ulti too.
So they're gonna push up and finally get some progress here. They got about a minute off, so it's not the. I've seen worse front. Close holds.
The thing is, yes, they did take off time, but it's mainly the ult economy that's more important.
Mhm.
Since they did hold 1 minute, but
They do have the pirate ship, so they're just gonna try to get as much progress as they can with it. And Gingerbeard using that natural cover, and oh, front lash gets deleted, but Hefty does take out the bastion.
there's a big anti-nade.
Yeah, Hefty is gonna, just kind of use that nano and try to clean up everything. Gingerbeard, got pulled away. And
Nice hook,
Gingerbeard
very
got
nice
hooked.
hook.
Wow. That's like hook 1.0. Not really, but
Yeah,
it was a very
it was
long.
just a very long one. I remember my hook. I hit that Mercy and it just broke. It kind of broke me inside.
Hefty does fall to Mr. Trifecta, and the Gravatic Flux is coming out from here. Gingerbeard shattered no one. JLP takes out Juice. Trifecta takes out Zarathustra. And Front Lash trying to put pressure, but he gets taken out by the High Noon. And Gingerbeard takes out Trifecta, but then Gingerbeard is still there. I don't think they see him. The Bastion sure does not see him.
That is a very interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
How do you not see the huge blue shield
It's
just
so
walking right
loud,
at you?
dude.
Yeah.
Either way, they take the first point. 4 minutes.
That was
4
a
minutes.
very messy fight. Like
Yeah.
Juice just went in without his team, so the enemy team could just literally all look at him and then just bash him. Which
Yeah.
is interesting because like a lot of Genjis just say dash up and then nano blade, and then their entire team just looks at him, stuns him, kills him, and he's like, how did that happen? It's like, bro, really?
Yeah, Mixuba Head takes out Hefty. Both tanks are purpled on the side of Wham, but Real Jump, he's providing a lot of just kind of pressure to try to get their tanks away. Pharmacy is on the right side. Zarathustra not in the greatest position here. He jumps over to the Reinhardt to stay alive. Another big purple on the tanks for Wham. Nerf Yoda takes out Front Lash. Nerf Yoda's they've been having a pretty good battle back and forth all night. Shisha takes out Zarathustra, so Wham is just gonna keep taking progress. Oh, Hefty just takes out Nerf Yoda. That feels bad for him because he was just gonna get set up on that high ground. Hefty's still lurking out there, and that's what he does.
And he's gonna drop and kill.
Yeah, kill the Bastion.
This is a very dangerous. Oh no, Mixuba had got he couldn't. He got anti. Oh.
Yeah, Gingerbeard maybe a little bit much there, but
Yeah, that was a very wasteful ulti. Yeah, he did not need that.
see if that comes back to haunt them there. They do have both DPS ults, but there are 4 ults on the side. Hefty takes out Engineer Fiota, and So Engineer Fiora might use his ult and switch to to a Reaper or something, but either way he's been there's a Reaper. Switch out the Bastion, which is probably the right pick. Now that they
I also don't like the far pick on second point since it's so enclosed. There's not really much like there's cover. Oh my god.
oh, it deletes rogue waves.
Yeah.
OMG takes out Nerf Yoda again, which feels very bad. Rogue waves gets res though, so Republic is up by 1, and oh, that's a very very good immortality field.
Yeah, but it doesn't really
should
do that much
Right.
since everybody's already dead.
right.
Yeah.
Juice takes out Shushi, and then Gingerbeard charged in to get McStupid head. Not a very coordinated effort there from that time from the Wham.
Yeah, so pretty much their win condition right now is they have to halt Graviton Flux.
Kyle Musk gets a pick on front lash. That could be big if
That was
Arthur
really
doesn't have the res up yet. Which
I
I
just need to wait. So what you do in this situation is you flux first, and then you pull. Okay, yeah, they've been running the Sigma Orisa, but they're not really using it.
right, they're kind of just putting shields down, but their DPS and supports are popping off here, so they are going to get some more progress on the second point. The front lash is below Engineer Fiora, which he will die very soon. There it is. Kyle Musk takes him out. They will have a chance to touch here, especially with the Genji, and they do have quite a few ults to stall that out. The Hefty gets one shot and have Nano Blade. Oh, and
Very good.
Real JLP up 2 on the side of Wham. And wow, a lot happened there. Shushifu's okay. Front lash takes out Kyle Musk, but it doesn't matter. Kind of a wasteful ult there. He thought he could get a 18-man barrage, I guess, but he just does die there and takes that one. But he'll have close spawns. So it doesn't really matter. So now we can have go on this third point here.
It was a very good trance, very good reaction, and also the immortality field to save the Orisa. Because she was anti, that was really good.
Right, yeah, and they did a good job mitigating the effect of the Nano Blade. Hefty's over here trying to get a pick, but they do rotate very well and they get him instantly. So Gingerbeard needs to get out of there, it looks like. Because he is all by his lonesome. He has no shield and he's just going to get deleted.
Being up against the McCree plus the 2 poke.
Yeah, you don't want to try to play the shield war. You don't want to play that shield war with an Orisa because you're going to lose every single time.
Yeah, you're always gonna lose. There's like the Junkrat option where you can destroy it, or there's the far option where you can just fly. Oh, wow. And so got Mr. Trifecta and Frontlash just booped.
Yeah, McStupid head, and Hefty takes out real JLP, and so it looks like they're gonna hold for now. If they back out, they're gonna have time for another push here. They'll have a few ults to do it with. They'll have the the supercharger, and then the high noon, and as well as window. And which are a big pick on front lash.
They did take out Frontlash, but the Zenyatta is.
Gingerbeard pulled off.
They do really need to capitalize, but they do need to realize that the Reinhardt
Does have Shat. Oh,
does
but he
have
gets
Shat.
deleted. And the trance again comes out, and Juice gets deleted by Engineer Fiora. The trance immortality, like you said before, it saved him. And Gravitic Flux coming out on the lowly Ana.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like how Mr. Trifecta is playing this Sigma. He's not really abusing the combos.
Right.
He's just like playing by himself, which is really not good.
It's like ranged Reinhardt.
Yeah. Instead of like, Sigma.
Yeah.
Switching sides.
Yeah, it's just like the reason why people play Sigma Orisa instead of Sigma Reinhardt is because Orisa's halt is just it gives you so much value, especially as a Sigma. Like you have the halt accretion combo, you have the halt flux combo, you have double shield with like ranged poke.
Hmm.
Like Reinhardt has a bigger shield, yes, so you can protect people and you don't really get run over as badly, but like if you play long, you can just out sustain them in the long run.
Absolutely.
So it's a very
Yeah, it's
interesting
like
way that how Wham is running this comp,
yeah,
and
it
it's
might be
working.
it might be playing it for the sake of playing it. Having both shields is, like I said, is beneficial. But that halt accretion combo is it's so strong. So they are not going to hold up close, it looks like, or maybe they are. Mr. Trifecta is up there, but looks like they're going to hold this first corner.
I accidentally pressed F, like one of the F keys, and now I have to. Okay, how do I pre-spectate?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Right click is just switching people.
Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
All right, so they're going to give Front Lash a lot of room to do a lot of poke damage here. So hopefully they're trying. Their shields don't fall too early. They're playing that natural cover here. They do get a stun on the Genji, who uses Reflect behind the shield, which wouldn't recommend. Hefty is going on like a very aggressive route here. With he switched over to the Sigma. And Frontlash takes out Engineer Fiota, so Frontlash is going to have a lot more freedom here, because they don't have another real counter to it. Gingerbeard takes out real JLP. Oh, they do have the Ashe, but the Ashe just to get it taken out by Gingerbeard. Frontlash
Yeah,
takes
once again, Mr. Trifecta really isn't using his shield to mitigate the Pharah. He's just using it to have like another shield, which isn't really great, because all he has his Sucky Suck for that damage. But you can just leave his shield out.
So about a minute.
You can just like pull it out and then just call it back.
Oh yeah, it's not very long respawn time, so just. It's about a minute and a half advantage for Knights of the Republic. Getting to this first point. And Hefty's playing a very aggressive Sigma. Gingerbeard gets a 3-man Gravitic Focus, but he gets taken out by Stupid Head.
I wonder why Hefty like literally just ran at them.
Yeah, not. Juice takes out Engineer Fiota, but and Kyle Musk, but he falls to Shushifu. Gingerbeard's still on cart, but both tanks are alive for Wham, so they're just gonna push the
Both tanks
and Baptiste.
So that's very powerful.
Yeah, but Hefty is back, so he's gonna push up very aggressively with that shield. Poking at real JLP here. This Trifecta is on the cart contesting, but the rest of his team is not there, so they're probably going to turn on him as Juice is trying to go on him. But, oh, Nerf Yoda stunned Juice, and then Kyle Musk deletes him. Gingerbeard's on the cart, about half health. Stupidhead's putting as much pressure on as he can. He does take him down with the help of some of his friends. Mr. Trifecta takes out Rogue Waves. Hefty's still there. Zarathustra does res Rogue Waves, so both killers alive, but they're about to get Rogue Waves.
Very bad res.
Yeah.
It just kind of left them out to dry.
Yeah, that's probably one of those. Alright, res. Oh, my bad, dude.
Yeah. Some people let the res go through just so they can get that free ult charge.
Yeah.
It's very cruel but very smart. But like I don't think that was like intentional. Holy shit! If I just like die all of a sudden, it's because there's a huge storm coming my way. So hopefully it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Back. Okay. Back to the casting. Let's see.
Alright, so Frontlash takes a real JLP early. Makes Stupid Head the charger in
bad
a weird
charger,
spot.
but that survived way too long.
Yeah. And Stupid Head takes out Frontlash with the help of the trance. Gravitic Flood takes out, or grabs a couple. Nerfio takes out Rogue Waves with his ults, and Hefty takes out a couple. Kyle Musk and Engineer Fiota, a res on Frontlash, which is going to provide a lot of damage. Real JOP is still there. He's not going to commit Bob to this fight, which is the smart play, because he would have been the only one there, and Bob would have gotten ended. I don't think they have a touch here, just with the combination of their heroes. Yeah, not any fast heroes, so they're just gonna set up for a third hold. Smart play.
So, what Wham did, the mistake that Wham made is they actually didn't back off and let them push in. They just went outside where Pharah could just
Right. It's the one part of that point. It's one part of that point where Pharah has a lot of value.
Yeah, they gave Republic their Pharah like so much value instead of allowing them to. Okay, juice headshots.
Yeah, G6 out Kyle Musk.
Nice.
And, but Nerfio takes a Hefty who is like way out there on the right side of the flank. But G6 out another in the back line. They gotta do something about him.
Yeah.
Zarthusar with the punch on the on OG Nerfioda, and who were res Hefty, which
Yeah, right now they're just
For them.
moving back, which honestly is questionable. Yeah,
a Shushifu.
they honestly should have just walked into point, died there instead of staggering themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hefty also got another kill. Yeah, they're just staggering. I think, yeah, they just have Republic just has a free third point.
Hefty does fall, so if once these respawns come in, it could be advantageous for Wham. They do the window comes out, so that could help. Bob comes out. Bob is way out there, but he's doing a lot of damage.
That's not the worst Bob, especially since it does have unique
He got rocked a little
sideline. Honestly, that rock was really bad because they gave the Bob better sidelines. It's just it focused Hefty instead of Diana.
Right.
So
And the Pharah did survive that. Frontline should hang underneath. Smart play by him to not die to the Bob by just being patient and hanging out down there.
okay, so what needs to happen is they need to. Okay, so McStupidhead needs to fall back, ulti, and then. Okay, that's. Okay.
Alright, so get a couple of Gravitic Flux, but counter Gravitic Flux comes in, but it's a little too late.
Only gets. Okay, it got cancelled out. Yeah, it got cancelled out.
Just gonna res Gingerbeard.
Stupidhead is still. Yeah.
So this is and JLP is gonna play May. They're not even hard
Okay.
at the time. So he gets deleted. The ball's gonna come out from Trifecta, try to stall as long as he can. They're playing for time at this point. Maybe they can get a pick.
Which is okay. It's just what they needed to do was they needed to actually stagger themselves. Oh,
Well, Furlish does fall,
yeah.
but yeah, it looks like
I think McStupidhead just walked. onto-
He's Baby Diva stalling the cart. Let's go. He's about to get taken out. But there's a Lucio from Kyle Musk. So he's stalling for time, knocking off seconds. Every second at this point, they're still with under a minute.
What is this ball doing?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so he's trying to win the fight instead of actually stalling, which
Right.
is the wrong call. And what they're doing right now is like after they respawn, they just go in instead of actually staggering themselves in order to stagger the point.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to have at least two or three people as you go and see how a chance. They're dying on point to get the time. 20 seconds. I mean, they got it down a minute more. But the strategy of just going in one at a time, not the greatest, but overall very. Third point was very entertaining compared to the second. So.
Actually, well, I mean, especially if you're like a ball, like I think you do have to go in by yourself, and you let the DPS, especially like the McCree, he shouldn't really be touching unless he has to,
Right.
or if he's like the only one alive. So he could just stay in like his like the stairs part, and then you could just pepper them down, right? But like if you do go like the speedy characters, especially if they have like really good sustain, like Lucio isn't really good on that point particularly, since there's not like walls that he can stall. The only point was like at the gate, but it was already past that, so he couldn't really do that. So the Moira and the Lucio being together on point together that was good, but like it's just you have to time it well, and oh, they are holding really close again.
Yeah, they're trying to get as much time as possible off that clock, so that
They are also doing the Bastion comp once again. I think I was told that they do love this comp on payload maps.
One. Attackers incoming.
So Merlin you're gonna have is he's right on top of us. He's oh, they take him out early. That's big for Wham, because the Mercy is there, but not in a great position to get the res off. They're still
no,
at
that
time,
is very bad. Okay.
so they're gonna get some progress here because this Roadhog is probably gonna die. Yep, so they're gonna get some progress here, and only the on Rogue Waves is alive.
30 seconds.
So they're gonna get 3 on and just get as much progress and set up this pirate ship, and they're gonna start sailing.
So when you look at people holding really close, the plan is to waste time, but it also, you are pretty much thinking that you're gonna lose the fight, right?
Right.
So you have to be careful not to feed them that many ult charge.
So trying to get a play on the Bastion, but they're
That was
just
a really good anti. They need the, okay, yeah. Ooh, that was a really big, ooh.
so there's
That was a big oop, but she did die for it.
yeah, Hefty's still there with the Mercy, and Hefty is gonna eventually fall. Zarathustra falls from Trifecta. Gingerbeard's all alone, a little late on the contest. Probably should just reworked with this team because they're about to get a lot of progress here with not having a main tank.
Honestly, no, that was the right call. Since everybody died on his team, he just needed to, well, he should have gone on point earlier, so he didn't. So he contested before they took the first point, but dying on point is the right call.
Right.
They could definitely just spawn, chase him down. Especially with the McCree Zenyatta.
Yeah, so Hefty's gonna be up here on the flank looking for those high ground heroes. Ernst Fiona's there, and he's gonna do some damage to him. But he's gonna get collapsed on very quickly.
Wow, that is just, that is nasty.
Yeah,
Just
now
looking at that.
Hefty is behind the shield, so he's gonna do some work down there. He gets the Bastion off there. The trance comes out, which might help a little bit. Gravitic Flux gets absolutely no one.
No one.
Not sure what happened
Yeah.
there. Maybe he got turned around, or I don't know. Very interesting play, but
Yeah, he could have gone turn around, but also at the same time, he once again did not halt Flux,
right.
which has been a problem. Oh,
So we have looks like front lash DC'd here.
yeah. I think the problem that fight was that the problem that like that last fight was they didn't turn around for the Pharah, Mercy, and I think there was the Hog, and then the Genji may have been behind too. I'm not really sure, but there was like at least 2 or 3 people behind, and instead of turning around, like they were trying to get the maximum usage of their Baptiste ulti, the window, instead of, you know, looking at the real threat behind them, because Sigma could have just shielded behind, blocked the hook, and the Bastion could have just melted both of them, but instead they just kind of let it go.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the halt hook didn't sig 9 them. Honestly, he could have just ultied the point
Initiate your
instead,
match.
but I think he still thought that the enemy team was in front of him instead of on him, which I don't really know why. It was just a little bit more awareness or communication on Wham's part. But
Ready
yeah.
for battle.
It was still a pretty good push.
Yeah,
I think
we got halfway.
I think
Not
they
bad.
could have definitely gotten farther, but for what happened, it was a pretty good push.
Yeah, you get about halfway. You know, well, you take that for a minute. So let's see if they can hold them to to stay alive. They gotta stay. They have to win. They have to prevent them from getting it as far as they did.
Hmm. Then the dream of reverse sweeping
Yep.
is real.
It will be real.
Also, it would be, yeah.
Need someone to talk. 5, 4,
Hopefully, they can do better on control point.
1. Attackers incoming.
They're holding.
Escort.
They're not doing the immediate hold, which makes sense,
He is around
especially with how.
all the way around.
Oh, well, the thing. Okay. So the problem with what Wham's doing is they're just giving so much space just because a monkey exists. Like
That's why you have the
you have
Reaper.
halt. Yeah, you have Reaper, halt, accretion. Like
Yeah.
that literally deletes dive, right? Okay, that was a very good. That was a very good halt by him.
So
By McStupid Head. They were
So-
not able to.
they let them get on res, and they're gonna have to. JLP does take out Hefty, and Choo does take out Front Lash. So
Okay, this is.
this is very, very good for them.
Okay.
So
Oh
far.
no, that was a huge. That was a nasty anti-nade.
So just
Okay.
supports need to get out if they want to survive here, because Rogue. Oh,
No,
yeah,
that wasn't gonna
yeah,
happen.
they stayed a little too long.
Yeah.
Supports did. So Hefty is gonna set up again for that same kind of play. He's looking for touch here, and he's gonna be patient. Looks like, but Real JLP's went up there to deal with him.
He
He's
did get
jumped
the
to point.
touch, but he does
Yeah.
die.
So they're going to
Oh,
five.
they didn't get the touch.
Oh, they just.
It was a little.
Or
No, the Winston. I think they thought the Winston got it, like I did, but it was a little bit too quick, and he died really fast. Wow, that was a really good map.
Yeah, but good hold by Wham at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nerfioto once again carrying his team.
yeah, Nerfioto's been playing out of his mind today.
Yeah.
Proves that. Playing very well. Oh. Crosshairs right on the far and gets dunked. So, Wham filling out the cards here. McSoup ahead. 6.5 minutes of objective time. Gingerbeard, 30,000 damage blocked. That's insane. And then, I couldn't read the other ones, but I think it was supposed to supports for Wham who were playing extremely well.
Healing for Shush and assisting.
Yeah,
for
kill participation assists for.
music.
Yeah.
Music? I don't know.
Kyle Musk.
Kyle? is that Kyle?
Yeah, Elon Musk's offspring.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, so we've gotten to map 5.
Yeah.
So
this
we're
is
here.
Yeah, this was a very exciting match. I thought this was gonna be a 3-0 quick and clean, but they've been really stepping. Wham has been stepping it up.
Oh yeah.
Well, Nerfioto and Shush just really they have very strong backs.
Yes. Yeah. Their backs are gonna be sore tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So see what kind of swaps we have here. I think these are their top lineups. That are probably starting lineups from each.
Mhm.
But maybe
Yeah,
we'll
that
see
makes
if they do any swaps here.
So I don't think REEEPublic will switch because that is definitely their strongest. Like front lash is just doing work. Juice has been doing really well in the mid fight with Genji, and then Hefty and Gingerbeard last control point did a lot of heavy carrying. Gingerbeard with like his fat earth shatters. Ooh, Ilios. Ooh, oh, I do like that actually. Well is going to be very fun and interesting only because Hefty has been. While I don't like the hog pick ever, unless it's like to counter something on the enemy team, he has been playing really well with the hog and using the map terrain against Wham. But the problem is if Wham runs the double shield, unless like honestly, in my opinion, like double shield kind of cancels out hog because hook. You can't hook through shields, and you have 2 really strong shields. So it's gonna be interesting, especially since Orissa's pull is really strong, but so is the hog hook, and the accretion is also really good too. So it is a very good Pharah map. I'm not sure if I know JLP likes to play the Ashe, but he doesn't really play the Widow, as far as I've seen. So yeah, there's a lot of speculation going on, but this is gonna be really interesting control point.
Yeah, so we're on the map 5. We've gone the distance.
Yeah.
So we will see.
We're gonna see the. Sorry, we're definitely gonna see the Pharah. I really hope we see the Widow.
Yeah, Odin or Fiota can't play. I've seen him play Widow before. He's a strong Widow player. So let's see if he switches that for this point, to just help release.
In my
some of the pressure.
opinion, I think he should just stay on the McCree. Like the value that he's just getting on the McCree is just
Mhm.
is insane. but ooh, Hefty. Okay, Hefty going.
Yeah.
Winston.
Yeah, Winston Reinhardt, Diva, or not Diva, the Pharah and Genji, and then Mercy, Ana, and then Ryan Zarya. Nerfioda still isn't, he's probably picking between,
5,
oh,
There we go.
GLP
Yeah,
on the Widow,
JLPs.
2.
Yeah.
and then McCree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
makes
That makes sense.
The
Oh,
objective.
okay, now, now
Oh.
try to help deal with the monkey, just because percentage is so important.
I guess.
Yeah, but I think it should be the other way around. Nerf Yoda should play the hit scan and JLP on the Reaper. JLP's playing well in the Reaper, so
Actually, yeah, that is true.
they're gonna take him out.
Trade.
That was
And Nerf Yoda got Hefty, so
Yeah.
net positive, pretty much.
yeah,
net
5v4. The Reinhardt gets taken out. Mr. Trifecta.
Ginger beer.
Gingerbeard is just pushing W into him, and they're gonna win that fight handily. Gingerbeard turned it around for him, so good on Gingerbeard for helping his team out when Frontlash and Hefty got taken out early.
Yeah, I think that had something to do with the Bionade. I'm not sure if they got antied or if they were just able to. Let's see. I think.
Yeah, maybe they're just in a bad position. I'm not sure. Not really sure what happened because I thought that was gonna go the way of Wham. So let's see if they can do.
So
sort of-
the difference between the supports is Frontlash did get the surprise. Oh my gosh, that's a very fast play.
yeah, and
A very fast Earth Shatter.
Gingerbeard's gonna use two ults here, and Gingerbeard is just giving them the business, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Trifecta kind of just gave up, but like he should've just swung because at least then he was
More
surrounded by a lot of people. Just pump your DPI up and just swing because hammer swing has like a hitbox of like all across. So if you just like if you're able to just like swing in a circle, you can hit everybody with one swing.
So Hefty is gonna try to zone out the McCree, and Hefty's in a bad spot right now. He probably he has jump. He's gonna get out, but he's gonna get taken down by Nerf Yoda. And a big shatter that hits no one again. Rogue Waves and Mr. Trifecta stun each other there, and they're gonna win this fight. Mr. Trifecta's still purple, but and Rogue Waves just jumps off the Zarathustra jumps off the map. Zarathustra and Rogue Waves playing games with my brain. They swapped heroes on me.
Also, OMG Nerf Yoda and Real JLP has switched DPS.
Oh, yep, that's the right. I think that's the right play, I believe, for him.
Yes,
Yoni's
definitely.
been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, the Widow
Yeah.
honestly is good for the.
Oh, JLP
Far, but it's-
down.
Oh no, that's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to take out Hefty. They're putting a lot of attention into Hefty, but they're ignoring the rest of the team here.
Yeah, they really
Gingerbeard's
should.
pushing that shield. Oh my, he just walked in front of their shield and just they need to get rid of that immortality field. Oh, Frontlash doesn't. Frontlash says, "I don't care about your immortality field. I'm just gonna kill all of you."
Yeah, that's just a win for.
Yeah.
Republic.
JLP does have the touch. He's over here on the mega far side, cliff side. So at least there's that. But
Yeah, but Juice has the blade.
yeah.
Oh,
Frontlash takes
wait
out
a minute.
JLP, and Kyle takes out Juice.
Actually,
Yoda has.
He needs to kill Rogue Waves.
Oh
Nice,
wow,
nice.
big dink there. And use the grab. Okay, I think they won that fight without the grab, but
Yeah, that was a very, very bad grab, only because it was 4v2, and they had
yeah, they'll definitely want to have
Yoda.
that back.
heals. They had everything that could just clean them up, and now they're grabless. They're ultless actually, and they don't have a main. They don't have a shield against the fire poke
Right, they went, I guess, ball for the
touch. They also have very low healing.
yeah.
So if they ever get antied, which Zarathustra has been doing really well with,
Yeah.
they're gonna lose the point.
Yeah,
Actually,
and,
no,
yeah,
they
they're
just lose.
just gonna clean up everything here.
Yeah.
Unless Shushifoof can get a sound barrier, it doesn't look like they're gonna touch.
No,
the
I think
rally is gonna sustain for at least a little longer. But it
Gingerbeard
doesn't really
missed?
matter.
Oh no, Hefty got Shushi.
So Mr. Effect is gonna touch, just get get a little more percentage. Engineer Fiota is on Widow, but it's touching. I'm so.
Wait,
confused.
why do you go Widow?
I don't. I don't know. That was very strange, but Super Head is
It's a
gonna.
very interesting pick. Now, what Shushu needs to do is
A little late. Would have been very helpful to save the mech, but they're throwing everything into this fight. They kind of have to here.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I think he should have saved it for the ball. But
Score.
that was before the fire barrage hit, so it's up in the air.
Ready for battle.
Another really good fire map. So what they need to do, what Wham needs to do is they really need to win this map so they can go to well, so they can play the double shield. But this is also a very strong fire map. I feel like well isn't
4.
really that strong for fire, but for this map, fire is
Round 2. Capture
decently
the objective.
powerful.
Yeah, so they are keeping the McCree, which is the smart play. They do have Mr. Trifecta running. Mixtuba has sort of maintained Mr. Trifecta running the Roadhog now. I think maybe they're just trying to just do something different. Because the tank line hadn't been playing super cohesive. So and Mixtuba takes out Rogueways, and he takes the front lash. Kyle Mess takes out Juice, and Gingerbeard takes out Mixtuba Head, but it looks like it's just Gingerbeard and Zarathustra. Zarathustra got a purple there. Okay, that was interesting. I love everything about that.
Ooh, wow.
And so Shushu triple dinks. It looked like Shushu Foof. Oh, and the tactical crouch. Oh, that. He got
So what they need to do is they capped it, but they need to the support shooter just left a long time ago.
Yeah. And Masubiat's gonna go in there. He's and
Oh
Virtue-
wow, FDs. They got they got OMG and Fiota, which is a lot of damage. Actually, if they're gonna play inside, then it's not the worst because they still have a reverb. They need to get rid of that.
Blade comes out and gets the
Yikes.
stupid head. But Real GP will take him out, and Frontlash takes out with Stupid Head, or I mean, Frontlash takes out JLP, and Trifecta takes him out. So Hefty, that hook would have been, about 15% more off the fight without Hefty there. So he gets out. They do have the barrage, so look for him to jump in through that top spot. I've seen Frontlash do that a couple times, jumping from this little top area and hit a big barrage. Hefty jumping in, and he gets hooked, and
That is a
probably
very.
okay,
He did have his ulti, so that.
yeah, he went. He went in. That was his plan.
Oh no.
They used Shatter on. They tried to do it on the Monkey, I guess. Beat comes out, maybe a hair too late.
Yeah.
Nerf Yoda is just
Actually-
like doing lots of damage. It's blocked out. Shouldn't have used it from there. Couldn't see a whole lot. I don't think, but
Yeah, that fight was already lost. I think they should just save their ults, just stall as long as possible.
So they get 70%, so it's not insignificant at all. It's a pretty good first hold. So GLP is coming up on a Blossom, and Hefty taking. I love that point that Hefty's at right now. This is my favorite point to take as Monkey, just right there.
Yeah.
The little pergola. It's one of my favorite spots. Just cleave and be a nuisance up there. Juice is Frontlash takes out Engineer Fiota just by spam damage probably. Kyle Musk takes out Juice. And Frontlash takes out Kyle Musk in retaliation, and here's Hefty just zip zapping away on the tanks, building up ult charge.
Yeah. So what Wham needed to do is just push really fast and not use any ults.
And JLP used Death Blossom, got absolutely no one. I don't think he got any ticks for damage on there. Shushu takes a Zarathustra. I think Shushu was a man on a mission there.
Yeah. He's bloodthirsty. He's a bloodthirsty support god. Oh no.
And that's a
Gingerbeard has just been getting massive shatters. I don't think.
Hefty is looking to boost some people off here, but smart move by McStupidhead, but to go in that room instead of going to his left, to not get booped off. Shushu was gonna hit the sound barrier.
Very late sound barrier, but I hope. Well, they do have the Reaper now.
It's a nano blade.
This Nano Blade is going to tear her up.
Yeah.
Oh no,
And-
he got slept too.
Yep. So
They don't have any healing. Yeah.
yeah, real JLP is going to last for a little bit. They're going to get a few more percentage, but this is last fight territory. This could be the game. Mr. Trifecta needs to just play with this, back out a little bit and not get picked early. 'Cause that's the worst thing that can happen because he has his ult.
Gingerbeard has just been getting like the fattest shatters this tight. Oh,
That's
my
big.
Nerf Yoda has been. Oh, very nice boop.
Yeah, it was a big move by
Denied.
Sushi to
They
deny.
need to touch. They need to touch. They need to
Yeah.
touch.
Yep.
Okay, Sushi got the touch.
Yep. And Mr.
Okay.
Trifecta. Oh,
Nice.
yep. Okay, they used a lot of ults, but that's fine. This is last fight territory for them. Heki goes down. They need to push up really aggressive. They do have the zoning, or the high noon to try to,
I think
Solve that out.
Hefty died during overtime, so he's gonna have a longer spawn.
I think
Okay,
so.
and he's gonna go ball.
Yeah.
So JLP really needs his Death Blossom.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
which
playing-
he is gonna get soon.
Yeah.
The thing is, Gingerbeard will have his Earth Shatter this game. Ooh, just wasn't able to dash through. Oh,
Yep.
he gets it. Nice, nice. Yeah, now they just need to do
And now-
Hefty.
And the Warrior
and
is still alive.
Mira-
Just gonna
Yeah,
probably
she won't do
but
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is gonna go to Wham, and we have map 5, round 3.
This is pod race. Sorry, no, but this is a game. This is a really nice game.
We're going completely the distance. So we're on well. Blue is what you wanted to see.
I did want to see this. This was like, oh. Whew. My wedge. Oh, they're going with. Oh, this is interesting. Instead of going the double shield, they're gonna go the pulled
pork.
pork combo.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Which, honestly, yes, the pulled pork combo is very strong, but on this map, I feel like it's just a waste.
Nope. We have a disconnect here. My super had left
Oh,
the game.
that's very sad. Okay, well, the reason why I say pulled pork is really bad on this map is because you have the hook and you have the pull, which both of them could get a lot of value just by trying to pull people into the well.
Mhm.
Like you don't have to combo. Like you can combo them if they're like too far away, but like the pull can grab multiple people. I've seen like 3Ks. It's so stupid. And then like the hook is just the hook. So I feel like both tanks by themselves are really good, but they just lose a little bit of their individual value if you do the pulled pork. But on the side of knights, it's wait, sorry, yeah. They have the boop, they have the Hammond boop, which will be a bit problematic if they don't really communicate, which I don't know I don't know Wham's comms, so they do need to communicate where the ball is so that the Orisa can save fortify, the Hog can hook, the McCree can, flash. So
Right. I just want to make
Here's some-
sure that because
wait, I thought he joined back.
okay, so I do not need to restart round. Okay, all right.
Is he in?
Yes, he is back in. It said joined game.
It says join game, but he's not on the roster, which is weird.
Yeah. Yep.
Really interesting. I thought it did.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Hopefully they didn't speed boost out yet. Oh no, they did.
It'll be a hair behind.
Yeah, which is really bad, especially since they have a Reinhardt. Okay, Reinhardt should be just pushing in. Okay, yeah, there he is. Yeah. So sadly, their comp is really bad with a late stop. Oh my god.
See,
See?
it evens itself out. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was saying like you can't like the pulled pork isn't really that good on this map because Ursa can just do that and then. Yep, and then. Oh yeah, didn't stun him.
Ooh, Gingerbeard takes out Engineer Fiora. Front line takes him a stupid head, and even after the early pick on the main tank, it looks like this point is gonna go. Yeah, Miss Trifecta got booped up and walked forward into the well, just to die
Yeah,
here.
like I said, Wham did play their tanks well, but it's just they didn't focus on Hefty.
Yeah, he just kind of he already has his
He
ult.
got
He rolling around.
he got Kai
Kyle,
Musk. So,
Kyle Musk, yeah.
Kyle Musk. I hate it. I hate that name. Yeah. So yeah, they got the main healer. So that was very unfortunate.
So Gingerbeard almost got pulled into the well again. So they have to be aware of those McStupid head pulls. And Genji, McStupid head.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, McStupid head gets into the well. Mines come out, which, oh my goodness, get a couple there. Miss Trifecta and Shushifu. Good mine placement by Hefty. JLP does take him out at the last second. He's going to try to get out, which he runs into some mines. So that, his kill was null and void.
That is. Yeah. Like I was saying, they need to communicate better so that they can track where the ball is. Farah, because boop. Just boop. That's all I need to say.
Alright, so Frontlash does take out a couple, but he gets taken down, so we're about even right now. DPS, I say that as Frontlash gets res, but then the Mercy gets taken out. Kyle Musk is going to take a lot of damage there from Frontlash and Hefty. Stupid Head's going to shoot at Hefty, but Hefty's gun is a little bit better than Orissa's. Oh, but he does take him out. They do have to touch very, very soon. They have a Widowmaker for some reason, and so he's gonna have. He's not a very touching hero. He's gonna have to try to get a pick, and McStupidhead should have put a shield down to block that shatter. Takes out McStupidhead. I don't know how he got booped over the hole like that. Gingerbeard takes out Shushifu and the bongos. He got nanoed, and Hefty takes out JLP. Trifecta does take out Rogueways. Kyle Musk takes out Front Lash. But unless Mr. Trifecta can touch the point here, this is a GG to Knights of the Re table or REEPublic. I messed it up on like the last time I had to say it. So Gingerbeard was given the business most of the game, especially on that second point. Oh, and this is the first point. It's a big shatter here. The bubble just wears out on Shushifu, and just swing to win. Gets a big 4K. So going to map 5, round 3. Yeah, Hefty just doesn't die sometimes, so 56% kill participation.
Yeah, it was a very Gingerbeard Earth Shatter highlight this match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think if they did the Sigma Orisa, things might have been different because they would. I don't know. Actually, speculate all we want, but this is what happened. It was very sad that they lost, especially with the Reinhardt pick at the very beginning. But yeah, that was a very, very nice game.
We're gonna see if we can get some people in here for. Yeah, it was a great game. We're gonna get some interviewers in here. So quested Yoda, Engineer Yoda, and Gingerbeard. They seem to be the well, Gingerbeard, especially on the last one, had a bunch of big plays, and then Engineer Yoda was just playing extremely well all match. So let's see if we can get him in here.
He was doing so well.
Yeah. All right, we got both those gentlemen in here. First of all, guys, GG, great game tonight.
Very
good game.
Went at
Very
5,
fun to
round 3.
cast.
Yeah, lots of good stuff going on with both of our from all of our perspectives. So my question is gonna be for Engineer Yoda. How I feel like you played extremely well tonight. You're hitting up some big headshots. How did it feel on Hollywood when you and Shushi just deleted the rest of their team after that 4K tire.
The feeling was great because it definitely felt like it was a lost fight. So we just decided let's die on point, and then I realized that one of the enemies was super low, so I shot them first, and it hit. So that was an easy finish, and that was a 2v2, and he had a Discord on one of them, so that was like 1 or 2 hits, and he also has strong damage output with his Discord.
Mhm.
So it felt really good to be able to clean up the fight and clutch it out in a sense, in a outnumbered sense. Yeah, felt good.
Yeah, it was
was
just
just-
great play. Yeah, we were
Yeah, it's
saying,
just
"Oh."
instinct took over. Kill the people if you can. If you die, it doesn't matter. The fight's probably lost anyways.
Yeah, we were like, all right, well, we got another 4-man tire. It seems to be tradition on Hollywood. And then it was like,
Exactly.
oh my goodness, the rest of Knights of the Republic is dead.
Just
Like, what's
gone.
happening right now?
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
All right, Gingerbeer, I have a question for you. Right, so how did it feel this match? Just swinging your fat ass cock around and just slamming it on the ground and getting like 7-man shatters every time.
I mean, it was nice being able to have like the supports there to just enable me to do it, especially on Ilios. Just like I had the
Yeah.
brig there saving me on charges and pins and stuff like that. So, honestly,
Like
just getting it enabled.
honestly, throughout the entire match, like you had consistent like at least 3-man shatters every time you had it up. Like I know as a Ryan main how you can just get inside the head of your opponent, Ryan, but like how did you do it this match against, was it Mr. Trifecta?
I mean, we had Trifecta, McStupid Head. I think they were flip flopping. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
I know they were playing double shield also. So at that point, it was just more just shield war of breaking their shield and then just opening it up or getting on a slight flank just around the shields since they're so static. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick shout out if you're in the chat. Vote for player. If you're still there, vote for player of the match. Put the straw poll in there. You can vote for Shushifoof, Own Junior Fiota, Hefty, Frontlash, or Gingerbeard. All of those
There
people
were 5
played really.
people?
I guess so. We have 5 people.
I thought it was only 4, but yeah,
Yo, vote Shushi. He popped off.
he did pop off. Wait, he was a Baro, wasn't he?
He was playing Zen, I think, right?
Yeah, he's subbing for
Yeah.
Gerg 7 tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was but yeah, don't have any questions in the chat. They're
Yeah. Is there?
just memes.
All the memes.
Yeah, all the memes. How so?
Monka TOS. Whoops, sorry. just mute me in the VOD. Trust.
With on Havana, so I think it was Knights of the Republic that was holding close. Is that right, Gingerbeard?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what were comms like during that? Because we were talking about how y'all were holding close. Now it's a good strategy. And I don't think it was quite as successful as you guys wanted it to be. But what were the comms like in that? Like, what was y'all's plan going into that?
The first one felt a little bit more comfortable, but definitely the second one kind of fell a little through. But just making sure that we're holding on, walls and cars and stuff like that, especially when they pushed out of the left side. That blue truck right there was perfect cover for us.
Mhm.
But just making sure to not die. That was the biggest thing in comms is don't die.
Right.
Yeah. What made you hold up so close? Did you like?
It's
No,
something that we've done since last season. That way we automatically pull out a second fight, typically.
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
it's a time waster if anything.
Yeah, I know. I think, yeah, my team did it last match against Shushi. But I think I was told that Wham really liked. I think one of the teams. I forgot if it was it was Rock'em Sock'em Possums. I think they like to play the Bastion a lot on escort maps. So I thought you thought that too. So yeah.
And I got one more question for Omji Nerf Yoda. So you're playing McCree a lot and have some big shots throughout the game. How was? Did you feel at all that you and Frontlash were having like a fun battle like the whole time?
yes and no. I always made it a goal that if he was exposed for me to take shots at him to put pressure on him, because I know I probably at my range as McCree can't really get the kill unless he comes in close enough, and at that point that's like a danger zone for me especially. But yeah, it was always a challenge to find the opportunities to put pressure on him while also enabling the ground fight, because our thought process was knowing their lineup and knowing he likes to play it with a mercy pocket. That means that it's a 4v6 on the ground technically, and so if I don't devote all my time to him and instead enable everybody else with shutting down flanks or putting pressure up front, then we can potentially win the fight without even having to deal with him until he's the last one alive.
Right.
Because Mercy will have to go heal someone else, and then we get a kill on Mercy, and then he's alone, hopefully. So that was planned, trying to play that game, trying to dance a little bit with it. But yeah, it was a good challenge for sure, because he definitely knows how to play that hero and use it effectively without getting killed for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I thought that was like, I was watching that the whole time more than, you know, some of the tank fights, just watching you and Frontlash kind of go back and forth, because it was always fun.
Yeah, it's definitely the challenge for sure.
All right, so last call for just the straw poll player of the match. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to do some interviews. Great games. Map 5 is always fun. That's
Yeah.
the third point of the map 5.
It was a very
Yeah.
I was like really hype, especially for the last point of the Ilios.
Yeah, it was a tight match.
Well, being the last map.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
point, last
I was
map,
like
all that stuff.
I thought Hefty was gonna go Hog, and then Trifecta and McStupid would go double shield, and I was about to be like, yo, this is gonna be very interesting, but he went ball instead, and they went Ursa Hog, so I was like, oh well, my plans just fell through.
That's crap.
Yeah, it's a good game overall. I had fun.
So I have a question. Why does Wance? Oh, JLP. Okay. I was about to read that question verbatim. I was like, oh wait, JLP said it. So good games.
Why
from
does
all.
Wham have such a terrible captain?
No.
And it looks like OMG Nerf Yoda is our player of the match.
Oh, thanks everybody.
So,
Appreciate that.
Alright.
So OMG Nerf Yoda, congratulations on MVP
Thanks.
of this match, and yeah, good games to all. Should have been
Thanks,
Taco.
everyone.
Yeah, honestly, if we went by niceness, Taco would have been it.
Yeah,
Talk-
for real.
Oh.
Top tier. Nice.
100%.
All right, so this has been Kartos and Blue with cameras by Steck Monster, and we hope everyone has a great night. And Wham, wear a mask.
Yeah.
GG's everyone.
Alright, GG's.
GG's.